with that down, guys, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, we were just talking the other day about how never underestimate or count out or bet against Pixar. And I mentioned that I've done that on a couple of occasions. I didn't think Up looked all that good. I didn't think Wall-E looked all that good. And I didn't think Coco looked all that good. I ended up loving all three.
Yeah.
And Coco is just a magical movie, but one I never would have thought was going to get a sequel. Well, guess what? This morning, Disney, this is coming to us from Variety, has officially announced Coco 2 is set for 2029. Coming from Disney and Pixar. Variety wrote the following: Coco 2 is in the works at Disney. The announcement was made by CEO Bob Iger during the Walt Disney Company's annual meeting of shareholders. While the film is just in the initial stages, we know it will be full of humor, heart, and adventure, said Iger, and we can't wait to share more soon. Pixar, of course, then went out and posted Disney and Pixar, Coco 2 officially coming in theaters 2029. Now, one of the first things that Bob Iger did when he came back to reclaim the throne was that he said, because remember, while he was gone, they kind of abandoned any sequels. They just made a whole ton of originals, some of them very, very good. Unfortunately, Bob Chapek made the decision to dump them all on Disney Plus. And then they did one that was really not all that good with Lightyear and what have you. So he said, you know what, we need to mix in some stuff. So one of the first things Iger did says, we're going to do Moana 2. Something that was being developed for television, said, nope, we're going to make it a movie. How'd that turn out? Another $1 billion film. And then he announced we're doing Zootopia 2. Is anybody here, live chat in the room, anybody doubt Zootopia 2 is going to be a $1 billion film? Anybody willing to take that bet? Now, listen, I'm going to admit, Rob, Coco, a sequel to Coco is not one I had on my bingo card.
No.
That seemed like a very self-contained closed movie. Now, am I open to going back and revisiting these characters? Absolutely I am. That might be the most emotional, aside from Up, it might be the most emotional movie Pixar's ever done. It was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Listen, if I'm an executive, do I say, hey, let's do Coco 2? I probably don't. But am I going to absolutely be there day one to see this? I absolutely will. Rob, wisdom in this? Not so much. What do you think about them announcing Coco 2?
Look, I have great big love for Coco. I think it's one of the greatest looking animated movies ever made. It's one of my favorite Pixar movies. I would love to go into this world. The land of the dead, bring it on. I love everything about this, and I'm sure they will not let me down. I mean, other than the Cars franchise is what it is, but Pixar's done all right with sequels, whether it's Toy Story, whether it's The Incredibles, whether it's Inside Out. I mean, they know what's up, and I'm really, for this to get a sequel, they have to, I'm willing to bet they had a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
And I think that, the great thing about the Pixar films is they're very iterative. They take a long time to develop because they get those stories solid, and they see as they're developing it, they change it and they make it work. And I'm really excited for this, man.
By the way, one of our live viewers just reminded me, Adam Redmond, in the live chat, just reminded me that there's another sequel that they announced coming, Incredibles 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I remember okay, that is one you should absolutely be doing, and my heart went all aglow. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think this is a good idea, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Can I vote for, since it's a multiverse thing, can I vote for a MCU Fantastic Four cameo in Incredibles 3? Like the animated version of Pedro Pascal and everybody to show up just for a little bit of a scene?
Why not have Mr. Incredible show up in Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
That works a little bit more. Get Craig T. Nelson doing the voice.
No, he doesn't do the voice. He's Craig T. Nelson. He comes in
a big body suit.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Bring in Frozone.
Oh my God.
How do you have Nick Fury and Frozone in the same scene?
Frozone having a conversation. Actually, there's your new Disney Plus series, an odd couple roommate situation where both Nick Fury and Frozone's wife kick them both out.
And you
have to
find
live
out that
together
they
for
were
a while.
brothers and they just took different paths.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
What
Nick
happened?
Frozone. That's Nick Fury's real last name, Nick Frozone. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, BetterHelp. Listen, guys, you know if you've been listening to me for any amount of time that I really believe that we need to start prioritizing our mental health. I often compare it to this. You know, when we go to the gym to get ourselves more physically healthy, we see that as a positive step. We need to start looking at our mental health the same way and prioritizing our mental health. And that's where BetterHelp comes through. Therapy should feel accessible, not a luxury just for people who have lots of money. With online therapy, you get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. If you want to look at the numbers, traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up fast. But with BetterHelp online therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/Campea today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Disney has announced they're doing a Coco 2. And again, not one I would have had on my bingo card, but I'll go see it. However you guys feel about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.